This is Filthy Ketchup. Welcome to True Crime. To all my new subscribers, thank you for tuning in. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you for tuning in. So today we're going all the way to Sydney, Australia to look at a shocking, disturbing case of BFF jealousy. This is the Coffee Killer. Nestled in the harbour of Sydney, Australia, is the Billy Blue College of Design, a prestigious and wealthy design school where the best graphic designers go to train. Myrna Salahin and Jessica Wongso were both students there, and they became very close friends. They had everything in common. They were both from Indonesia, Jakarta. They both came from wealthy, privileged backgrounds, and they both had a passion for graphic design, and that's what made them such close friends. They did everything together. They went everywhere together. They were really, really close friends. However, after college, they began to take different paths. Myrna Salahin went back to Jakarta, and Jessica Wongso stayed in Sydney and took up a very different kind of life to her BFF, Myrna. Her life, she got involved with a man called Patrick Connors. He was involved in drugs, he was involved in all kinds of shady shenanigans that he shouldn't have been doing. But Myrna Salahin, she stuck with her fiance, a very, very nice man from a very wealthy Indonesian background. Myrna was living the life of a socialite. Jessica Wongso was drinking heavily, day in and day out. Her alcohol problems were so bad and her anger issues were so bad, it was affecting her work. When they left the Billy Blue College of Design, Jessica Wongso took up a job at the New South Wales Ambulance in Sydney, doing graphic design. So she would be involved in designing their logos, etc. Myrna Salahin went back to Jakarta and became engaged to her fiance, which was basically her high school sweetheart. Very, very sweet guy. When they met up again, Myrna and Jessica, they met up, and Jessica Wongso was telling her about her boyfriend, Patrick Connors, and Myrna Salahin, she gave her a talking to. She said, "What are you doing with this man? He's a drug dealer, he's bad news, don't you care about your future? Split up with him right away, and make sure you break up." So Jessica Wongso did exactly that. However, her anger and her alcohol issues were becoming so bad, she blamed her friend Myrna, because Myrna had the picture perfect life. She was a socialite, she had, she lived in a beautiful home, she had a lot of money, she was living that very kind of privileged background, which Jessica could have lived as well, but she took a different path. So Jessica is spiraling down and down into more and more alcohol abuse, more and more anger, and her problems are getting really, really bad. She got so drunk in 2014, she got so drunk, she actually ploughed her car through an old people's home. There was a retirement home, sorry, I'm not laughing. There was a retirement home, and Jessica Wongso was so drunk, she was driving along this main stretch, and she crashed into this retirement home. Her car went through the wall, and landed inches from the resident's bed. Okay, so there was a video of Jessica on the news, half naked, drunk, screaming, screeching. The police are trying to, it was just so embarrassing. So she got time, she got DUI, she got charged with, DUI, drunk driving, and she got fined. And that video of her, that really embarrassing video, ended up on the news. So Myrna Salahin at the same time as planning her dream wedding. She was planning a wedding that will. She spent thousands and thousands and thousands on her wedding. She was literally living a picture perfect life. And Jessica Wonso's life was going down, 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 down. She actually called her boss after she was arrested and charged with a DUI for ploughing into a retirement home. She actually had the nerve to call her boss and demand that her boss find her somewhere to live. And when her boss said, "Well, no, I can't do that," Jessica Wongso threatened her boss, saying, "Well, then you're going to die. You're going to die, and your mother's going to die." And then she focused, and her boss is like, "We've got to get rid of this girl. This girl's, she's spiraling." She then wanted to meet up with her friend Myrna. Jessica Wongso was, she blamed Myrna. She blamed Myrna for having a perfect life. She blamed Myrna that her life wasn't going well. She focused all her anger on her friend, or her ex-friend, Myrna. So Jessica Wongso takes a vacation back to Jakarta, Indonesia. When she gets there, she immediately calls Myrna, who won't meet Jessica on her own anymore because she's so frightened of her. Jessica Wongso calls Myrna Salahin and says, "I want to take you out for coffee." Myrna, being afraid of Jessica, asked a friend to go with her. Okay, now she wanted to take her for coffee at a very, very upmarket, trendy, rich restaurant called Olivier in Jakarta. It's very, very, very plush. So Mana's like, "Yeah, okay, but I want to bring my friend so and so because she's too scared to meet Jessica on her own." So Jessica's like, "Fine, let's do that." So she gets to Olivier 90 minutes before Myrna and her friend are due to arrive there. So that's an hour and a half. She gets there an hour and a half before her friends are due to get there. She walks around the whole restaurant. You can see this on the CCTV. She walks around the whole restaurant checking all the CCTV cameras, where the CCTV cameras are and where they're pointing to. She then chooses a corner booth table that's got plants in front of it. She wants the plants to shade her, and there's a CCTV camera looking right at the table. So what does she do? She leaves the restaurant and she goes to Bath and Body Works, right? And she gets the little tiny bath soaps, the little really small ones. And she asks the shop assistant to put them in big, huge bags. She says, "Oh, I need bigger bags than that. Give me the bigger bags." So she gets 3 huge gift bags, comes back into the restaurant and puts the gift bags on the table and moves the bags so the camera is completely blocked. It's not completely blocked. You can still see what she's doing, and then she orders the drinks. Bear in mind, this is an hour before Myrna is supposed to get there. So the coffees come. You can see her on the CCTV doing something with the coffee, but because of the gift bags, you can't see exactly what it is. Okay, now bear that in mind for later. Now, Myrna and her friend show up. Okay, now on the CCTV, it's so sad and so terrible because you're literally watching a murder as it happens. You are watching a murder unfold, and it's really powerful and sad when you see it on the CCTV. Myrna sits down with her friend and immediately takes a big drink of the coffee. Then she starts going like this, like she's hot. And then her head goes back and she starts fitting like an epileptic seizure. And the manager of the coffee shop thought that's what it was. She thought it was an epileptic fit. However, Jessica gets up, immediately screams at the manager of the coffee shop, What did you put inside the drinks? I know you put something inside the drinks. So the manager of the coffee shop is thinking, "Hang on, that's a bit strange. That's a strange thing to say. I'm going to save the coffee glasses." And that's what she did. She saved the coffee glasses from that order, left them to air dry, and then called the police. Okay? So Jessica Wongso go does whatever she does. Then, because she's the manager of the coffee shop saved the glasses, the police test those glasses and they find cyanide. Okay? So a lethal dose of cyanide was put into that coffee. So that could only have been put there by Jessica Wongso. So Jessica Wongso was arrested. She's charged with murder. Now, bearing in mind, this is in Jakarta, Indonesia. Now, in Jakarta, they have the death penalty, and that's carried out by firing squad. So if Jessica Wongso was found guilty, she could be sentenced to death by firing squad in Jakarta, and the trial was a circus. It was a circus. Jessica Wongso, she thought she was on reality TV or something. She thought it was like Big Brother. She came out every day for the trial, smiling, waving for the cameras, hi, 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 like this, like she was famous, flicking her hair. But she really thought she was something special. And I really believe that she blamed Myrna for everything because Myrna had a perfect life. And when she was waving and smiling for the cameras, that was contempt. That was her saying, I've won. I'm here and Myrna isn't. And everybody's looking at me. Everybody's looking at me. That was her attitude. Okay? Now, when the trial ended, Jessica Wongso was sentenced to death, but that was then repealed. So she was actually given 20 years in prison, and she will have to serve every one of those 20 years. But after the 20 years, she may well be eligible to leave. You know, so that's what happened. Jessica Wongso, the coffee killer. If you have any friends in your life that are jealous of you or that you think are jealous of you, cut them out of your life. Don't go to see them. Don't speak to them. Just cut them out of your life because you never, ever know. This is Filthy Ketchup. Thank you for watching. Please be kind to each other no matter where you are today, whether you're in the office, at home, at school, or walking down the street. Please be kind to others. Please be kind to yourself. This is Filthy Ketchup. Peace out.